And a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Mark. I'm the owner and founder of BA Masterminds, Business Analyst Masterminds. Thank you very much for joining me in our first session for 2026. I hope you've all had a lovely break, a great Easter, a great Christmas, a great Valentine's Day, New Year. Happy New Year to all of you, and welcome to the start of 2026. We opened our offices on Monday already, and we are raring to go. So without further ado, let's get started. So what this is all about, this session we're doing today, it's about our career assessment and our BA challenge and some of our mentoring programs. I'm just going to go through that with you. It's an hour, so it's 12:15 UK time till 1 o'clock UK time. And then I've got a 15-minute Q&A, questions and answers afterwards for you. If you've got any questions, please wait until the end and then ask me questions. In the meantime, you can add comments. So on the LinkedIn live event where you are now in your browser or in the app, then you can just comment and ask questions. And then Petro is with me today, and she will be helping me out in the background. All right, so without further ado, let's go and kick off, and let's go and get started with the slides. All right, I'm going to hide myself away here in the little corner, and we are going to discuss why most business analysts get stuck. So this is for business analysts. I mentor business analysts to elevate their career quickly, either by getting a promotion in your current role or by securing a high-paying other role. All right, so let's have a look. So a lot of business analysts, they're in a role, you've been there for 3 years or 4 years, and you just feel that you're getting overlooked. You know, you're not getting promoted into those positions. You're not promoted from BA to senior, or senior to lead, or lead to principal BA. You know, you feel kind of stuck. And worst of all, you're underpaid because you joined maybe 3 or 4 years ago and you had certain experience and certificates and knowledge and skills and techniques and templates that you used. And you didn't really know the company, the vision statement, the mission statement, what the company does, you know, the products, the services, the clients, the customers, the stakeholders, the application, the cloud, all these things. You didn't know these things. So you were a little bit slow and maybe made some mistakes and weren't adding that much value to the team and, you know, and to your company. But now after 3 or 4 years, you feel you're adding a lot more value. But if you go to your line manager and you say, you know, please give me a 50% salary increase, I feel that's what I'm worth. So if you're on £50,000 per annum and you go and ask for £75,000 per annum, what is your line manager going to say? They're going to laugh at you because, you know, the average salary increase is just under 5% for the United Kingdom. So if you're lucky, you're going to get 5, otherwise you'll get 3 or 4. So at that time, you might decide, hey, look, it's time I moved on. Let me go and look for a job somewhere else because, you know, I don't feel that this one is paying me enough money. Okay, another one is perhaps that you're struggling to land interviews. It's a little bit small, maybe make it a little bit bigger. You've all seen what I look like already. You'll see me during the course and during the end of this live event, struggling to land interviews. So if you want to secure a job at another company, you need to have all your certifications together. You need to have set your goals. You need to know your unique selling points. Then you need to redefine yourself on your LinkedIn profile in line with your 1-year goals. You need to rewrite your CV, showcasing your transferable skills and showing your achievements, that you go above and beyond what's expected of you in your day-to-day work. And then, you know, you also then need to find jobs and apply for jobs, and that's how you secure interviews. So a lot of people are struggling with that. And when I ask people their strategies that they're using currently to secure their next job or the next interview, I'm like, no, that's no good. That's dated, that's old, that's not going to work. Those job sites don't work anymore. You know, so people struggle to land interviews, and that's perhaps why you feel stuck. Perhaps you say, you know, I'm going to leave my job in the next 5 months, and then you don't secure an interview, and then you just stay at your job, and now you're unhappy and everything's a mess. Okay, so that could be another reason why, you know, you're staying stuck. Perhaps you're unsure how to position yourself. So there's 6 focus points that we look on. I'm not going into them today. You can do them via the career assessment. You get to go through the 6 focus points, but that's all about positioning yourself in the current market so you stand out head and shoulders above your competitors when you're applying for your next role. Okay, we have got 12 people online. Yes, not bad percentage-wise, because only 26 of you registered. So that's really good. I don't know if Petra and I are one of those 12, but out of the 10 of you, please, why do you feel stuck? So please, on the comment section, and I'm going to share your comment on the screen so that everybody can see, but why is it that you feel that you're stuck, in your current role? So let me just show you how this is going to work. Somebody wished me Happy New Year. Wonderful. Somebody else wished me Happy New Year. And another LinkedIn user, so you're not using your correct names, compliments of the new year. So thank you very much for the 3 New Year's wishes. I don't know who you are, but this is how it's going to work. So if you're going to, how do I turn my comments off here again? I think I just clicked hide. Right, there we go. So we're using third-party software StreamYard to go live on LinkedIn via my cameras. And basically, let's have a look to see why are you getting stuck. You type that in. There's a slight delay. There's about a 30-second delay when I talk and when you watch it. I've got my phone on a stand and I can see where we are now. But you're more than welcome to type in your comments and I will share them just now. Okay, great. Or I won't share them. You can just say, please don't share. Now, what if you could uncover the hidden career gaps, right? So there's career gaps that you have, and perhaps you don't know how to complete that, okay? Now, what if you could clearly define your career and your vision? Okay, here we go. We've got an answer from somebody struggling to move from BA to senior BA. Okay. So that is something that we cover in the assessment, the career assessment. So, and we know, Rosine, that you can earn a lot more money if you're a senior BA. Also, you get a lot more, they listen to you more. So if you've got some suggestions and you say, I want to do it this way, or I want to do it this way, then that'll be a great opportunity for you as a senior BA to have a bit more power and a bit more say over how the companies run and how the projects are actually done. Okay, let's go back to where we are. Your next level BA career vision. So in other words, where do you see yourself in 1 year from now? Do you see yourself in the same position, stuck working for the same company that you're not happy with on a low salary, and perhaps you're unhappy with your line manager, perhaps you've got a new line manager, perhaps you're tired of traveling to the offices 3 days a week, perhaps you're working 45, 48 hours a week, including travel time. You've just had enough, that you need to put in your, that's when you're feeling stuck, when you know that you've got to do something about it. Well, you're doing something about it. The first step you're doing right now, you are here amongst 15 others, so it's getting better. And that's something that you're putting into your career. But that's what we look at your career vision. Okay, we've got one more I'm just going to share. Looking to move from senior to lead. There we go. Dennis, that's fantastic. Now, the difference between a senior BA and a lead BA is a lead BA manages other BAs. So we call it pivoting at BA Masterminds. You pivot from BA to senior BA. You pivot from senior to lead. You pivot from permanent to consultant. You pivot from perm to contracting. All these different types of pivots that you can do. And we look at all the different options. We prioritize all the different options. We give them a weighted average. And then you and I together, we select what your 1 year goals look like. Okay, what are the other things that you could do? How about the way you present yourself? Perhaps go look next time that you're on a meeting with colleagues at work and you're at home, right? And the colleagues could also be at home and you've got your corporate laptop and you're setting it up and you've got your lights and your home office and everything. Have a good look how you present yourself. Have a look at the clothes that you wear, your facial expressions, your lighting, your background, how close and how far you are from the camera, the quality of the camera, the quality of your audio, the quality of your speakers. Do you wear a headset? Big no, 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 no. So all these kind of things, it's the way you present yourself. And there's 2 ways to do things in life. The perfect way and the less than perfect way. If you could present yourself in the perfect way, you want to do that. Okay. The questions are coming in. So let's have a good look here as another one. So struggling for an entry level as a BA, schedule a call with me, contact me, send me a LinkedIn connection request. Let's work on this. All right, let's hide this one away. Good. Thanks for your comments. What about the mindset of a high income BA, right? So this is the thing. A lot of people make up their minds, I'm going to leave my role. They struggle to secure interviews. They struggle to prepare for interviews. They feel they're doing terribly in an interview and they don't get the offer. So maybe they applied for 100 jobs, secured 10 interviews and got no offers. Very common, right? And then you get desperate, okay? And then what do? You start underselling yourself. So if you're on 45K at the moment, maybe you take 44 just to get a better job. Maybe you take 46, which is getting you nowhere. Okay, so you need to know your value. You need to know what you bring to the party. And that's why we do the unique selling proposition. What do you have right now that you can sell yourself above your competitors when you're in an interview so that the company appoints you and not them, right? So we want to put this together, and that in turn also increases your confidence levels and get rid of that imposter syndrome that some of you might have. What was the last one? Get the exact next steps. So this is what we call a blueprint, or your roadmap to success. So first you need to think, where do I want to be in 1 year from now? Your 1 year goals. And let's say it's a lead business analyst with a BCS international diploma in business analysis in the healthcare industry, and you're specializing in Salesforce. Okay, now we know where you want to go, and perhaps you want to be a contractor and you don't want to be a permanent member of staff anymore because you want to lead the lifestyle of a contractor. You want to work from home. You want to be regarded as a professional, and you want to pay your mortgage off quickly, because we triple people's salaries here at BA Masterminds, and we're just busy negotiating with somebody how they can pay their 30-year mortgage off in 2.5 years by joining us in the Gold Mentoring Program. So, you need to figure out where you are, where you need to be, and when you find out when you need to be there, we can put it on your vision board. But I've had many vision boards, and I haven't attained things on the vision board, and I've figured it out why. I didn't have the action steps to achieve my goals. And then as step 2, I didn't diarize or put those action steps into my calendar and do a punishment and a reward system with myself if I didn't, complete those lessons and assignments. Now I know it. So with my vision board for last year, I got 7 out of the 10 instead of 2 out of the 10 from my 2022 vision board. So I'm getting there, but yes, you need to know the action steps. And then even more important, you need an accountability partner, your friends, your family, your loved ones. They're not going to be tough on you. Me, right, we'll be friends, but I'm going to be tough. You are going to let me know by when you're going to submit your assignments, and I'm going to hold you accountable and give you a bollocking if you don't. All right. No, I won't, but never mind. I think you know where I'm coming from. I see a lot of hearts flowing. That's great. I must be doing something right here. Okay. There are 2 things that we want to discuss. Quickly, the 10-day advantage challenge. It's free. We used to charge for this. We've made it free for the first few months for 2026. So get it while you can. 10-day challenge. You can start any day. It's one, you can't do it in 3 days. It's drip fed, the course. And let's go through, what this will actually help you with. So it'll find your value leaks, and then as well, we want to showcase yourself as a person of authority and transform yourself according to your goals and unique selling points. And you have a powerful CV, LinkedIn profile, and interview presence, right? Really important. There's the roadmap to your breakthrough that we just discussed in person. Okay, let's have a look at the 10-day challenge. So first, the brutal truth, right? Why you're not progressing, a bit of shock value, a bit of pain, right? These are the blockers, the hidden blockers. What could they be? They could be something like the imposter syndrome. Oh, I'm suffering from the imposter syndrome, right? It could be something around, I'm in my comfort zone and, I'm just not going anywhere. I procrastinate. I've got a lack of confidence. All these kind of things are the hidden blockers stopping you, and it's the dragon we have to slay. And we go out there and we go and smash this blocker that you've got keeping you underpaid and overlooked. Okay. And then we're going to look at your value leaks and pinpoint the career gaps. All right. That's in day 1 and day 2. We're going to clarify your career vision. So it doesn't help just focusing on your next goal, your short-term goal, the start date of your next role, because then you're going to be in your next role, in your comfort zone, and there goes your career roadmap and blueprint and goals out the window. Rather make 3-year goals, life goals and career goals. Do you want to be married? Do you want to have a partner? Do you want to have children? How many children do you want? Do you want to buy your own home? Do you want to rent? Which country do you want to live in? Which city do you want to live in? Do you want to send your kids to private school or public school? Do you want to live near the school? Do you want to live urban or rural? Do you want to have a freestanding property with a white picket fence and a double garage? What do you want as a life goal, right? Very important to start with your life goals for 3 years. And then we match your career goals to your life goals. Okay. So the career goals are, we look at 3 possible job titles that you could hold in 3 years from now. Okay. And then from that, based on your 3-year goals, we look at your 1-year goals. Where do you need to be in 1 year from now to know you're on track to achieving your 3-year goals? And then we define your short-term goals. But the most important one would be your medium-term goals, your 1-year goals, because that's what we base everything on. And that's your 12-month career plan. All right, let's get back to here again. The CV, okay? So you need 2 things when you apply for a job, a CV and a LinkedIn profile, okay? And this is a results-driven tool. So who is your CV for? Who do you write your CV for? Well, it's not to showcase your skills and expertise to your mother or your father or your brothers or your cousins or your husband or your wife or your children. No, your CV is only for when you apply for a job. So it's for the gatekeeper, which means the person in between you and the interviewer. If you're going to go through a recruitment agent, then it's the agent. If you're going direct to the company, it's the HR department. So it's the gatekeeper. They need to like your CV, see you can do the job as per the job description, and forward you for consideration to the hiring manager, the interviewers, the line manager, whoever, and they will get your CV and they need to like it and see. So those are the only people that need to see your CV. Okay, so you need to focus with that in mind. There's 2 ways to create a CV. You can create a perfect CV or a less than perfect CV. There's ATS, there's templates, there's a lot of things on a CV. You need a really good CV, okay? And this is what we work on, really important to get through your CV. So you'll do this in the challenge as well, okay? You want to attract recruiters. So what is this called? This 3 ways to secure your next BA role, okay? Number 1, the advertised job market. Jobs that are advertised. Where are they advertised? LinkedIn, the job site portals, for instance, JobServe and Reed and Indeed and all these kind of job site portals. Okay, that's where jobs are advertised, business analyst jobs. So that's one method of securing a job. The other one is who you know. Networking, right? People, perhaps people that you've worked with before in the past in a project team or at a company, and they refer you when they're looking for resources at their current company when you've changed companies. It could be recruitment agents, somebody that's placed you before, you know, and if they can find you a new role and they place you again, that's called the hidden job market. 70% of the BA roles in the UK are still taken up through the hidden job market. What does that mean? That means that if you're only looking at the advertised job market, that's the rubbish jobs. That's the bottom of the barrel. That's the jobs that nobody really wants. Those are the ones that haven't been taken up through the hidden job market. Okay. And then I want people to type in the comments the 3rd and best method to secure your next role. I'm going to look at those comments in 30 minutes when you've all caught up with me, and then I'm going to share it on screen. So it's the best method. We focus on that. Okay, without further ado, let's carry on. So that's all about attracting those opportunities, okay? And then we go on to the mindset of a high BA, okay? And your thinking patterns and things like that. Then we go into day 7. Now, this is all about interviews. Okay, there's 2 ways to do an interview, the perfect way and the less than perfect way. So which one do you want to do? You want to do it the perfect way, right? So you need to learn how to do it the perfect way. You need to practice through interview rehearsals and things like that. Very important. I call it the last hurdle in a 110-meter hurdle race. Remember the Olympics in London? They had the race, track and field, athletics, run, jump, the last hurdle. Okay, well, the whole race is about securing your next role. So you're at the start point, bang, there goes the gun. When you cross the finish line, first, second, third, or wherever you come, right, that is you secured an offer and you've got a start date. The last hurdle, in my opinion, is your interview. So we focus a lot on the interviews. You need to make sure that you ace these interviews. What's the point of securing interviews if you can't get a written offer afterwards? So we focus on that. And then it's your step-by-step plan. So all the action steps, and then you can just add them into your calendar and decide when you want to get these done, how quick you want to get these done, and when you want to get them done by. All right, 18 people. Woohoo, look at this. You all want to work on your career this year. This is great. Okay, what is really holding you back, right? There's things that are blocking your growth. We've touched on that. We're going to go into great detail that in the BA challenge. And then you book a call with me, and then we hop on a call. I see your results in our back office system from everything that you've done, and I'm like, okay, I know where you are now. I know what you've done. I know where your gaps are. I know where to help you. And the structure and my script of the breakthrough call, the career strategy session, and the career assessment call that I have. I've got scripts. I've been redoing them and redoing them and redoing them, but I allow you to talk, and I probe and I ask you, where are you now, your as is, your current state? Where do you want to be in 1 year from now? Your future state, your to be, and then I do your gap analysis, and I say, well, you need this, 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 and then we set action steps, roadmap, and off you go, right? That's basically how it works. All right. Let's have a look at the next slide. So let's have a look at some of the key takeaways from the 10-day BA challenge. You will have more confidence, and you'll know your identity. You'll know exactly where you are. Yeah. So there's some roles in there, and you've maybe applied for them and you didn't secure an interview. I'm going to show you how to fix it. All right. So you need to split your working experience between roles and responsibilities, what you did, tasks, duties, whatever, and your achievements. What did you do to go above and beyond what's expected of you in your day-to-day duties to over-deliver? It's really important that you can sell yourself according to the value that you add, because we there as senior business analysts to improve the bottom line in a company, and that's what we're really going to focus on. No one is guessing the third and most powerful method to secure your next job. It's called, drum roll, being headhunted. Oh, yes, headhunted. I've heard of that before, right? How many of you have ever been headhunted for a suitable role and you secured an interview and you secured the role? Type it in there in the comments. Me, 1, 2, 3. I've had so I have these career strategy sessions, career assessment sessions, and breakthrough sessions. They're free. They're on Zoom, and I've had over 3,320, I think, people attend these calls. And a lot of people, they're struggling. They don't know which direction they're moving in, and then we tease the information out of them, and then make a huge success. The first thing is about the visibility, but I've had people that have been headhunted consistently 5 or 6 times. That's the goal. That's the best way to secure a role. Be in a role, be happy in your role, and be headhunted consistently through my techniques that you can implement. And then it's like passive, so you're just working, and then your LinkedIn connection request, I'd like to have a call with you, or you can say, Samuel. Yeah, Samuel's been headhunted before. So that's wonderful. Yeah, Sam, hi, how you doing? Long time no see. Okay. So basically, you want to be headhunted consistently. So you're working in a role, you're happy in your role, you get headhunted. So in other words, LinkedIn connection request comes along, or an email or a phone call or something like that to say, we've got a job, we found you, there, or we found you on JobServe, or we found you there, or whatever. Would you like an interview? We've got a 12-step process that you follow every time. right? Because you want it to be stock standard vanilla. For instance, if you go get a Happy Meal at McDonald's anywhere in the world, it looks the same ingredients, tastes the same, smells the same. That's what you want to do, when you're being headhunted. You want to consistently secure interviews, get offers, and then turn them down. Why? Is because you want practice with this. Dennis, well done. So Dennis has been headhunted as well and secured a role, and Rosalind as well. Okay, good. Let's see with Samuel. I'm good, thank you. Good to see you. Great to see you, Samuel. Been a long time. Okay, so what is this one? Me, but never suitable positions. Okay, so this is a huge issue, okay, Katarina. So you're going to get headhunted for your current role. And if your current role is a junior BA, permanent position in the healthcare industry, that's what you're going to get headhunted for. So you need to change that through your blueprint, through your roadmap, and plan this properly, because it's no good being headhunted for positions that are not suitable. And Katarina said never, so which means a lot of the time. Okay, so that's not a good idea that happens. Okay, anyway, where were we? Being headhunted, that's what we were talking about. CV and LinkedIn that sell your value. Yeah. Be ready to land the premium roles. So not just these junk on the job site portals, but a specific role specifically made for you. All right. What am I busy cutting off here? Walk away with a 12-month career print. So this is what you get when you complete the challenge. These are the things that you're going to get. Okay. So I'm going to now share my screen to register for the challenge. Let's see how I can do that without. Oh, wow. Look at me. Wasn't that good? Damn, I'm getting good at this StreamYard. I think I've been live on LinkedIn 44 times already since 2019. Okay, so this is the page to register to go into the 10-day challenge. I'm going to send you the link just now. I'm going to share it on the screen, but you put your name, surname, email address. Yes, I want to start for free. And yeah, you can even do some reading, some more reading, and see some success stories. You can go backwards and forwards into these success stories. You can pause them by clicking it. You can go on to the next success story. All these things, a little bit about me, some frequently asked questions, things like that. Okay, so that is how you go about registering for the challenge. Okay, so let's have a look now what the next step is. So the next step is now, where are we now? All right. Are you in? Look at that. Register today and join hundreds of BAs. Okay. So this is the link to join the challenge. I think it's not the register link. Let me just have a quick look here, which one I'm going to share now. So we had this one. So I'm going to go, the next one I'm going to do is this one. All right. Once you're in the challenge, you've registered, this is what it looks like. Day one, there's the 10-day. This is drip feed. So you'll only find the first one. You go into the first one, and then you complete the first day of the challenge, and you've got a lesson and assignment. So you download your assignment, upload your assignment, video. Look here if I can make this nice and big. Okay, so as you can see, these videos are short. I value your time. Day one, the brutal truth. Why you are not progressing. Okay, so that's kind of like how it looks like over there. Where am I gone? I'm gone now. I'm over there again. Okay, I'm switching between so many screens. Okay, so that's the link now to go. And if you want to go and do the challenge, then that's fine. Off you go straight after this call. If you know somebody else, another BA, tag them in the comments, invite them. We'll do all the hard work. Just tag somebody, use the @ symbol, and then type their name. And from the drop down, you'll see who they are. If they're your LinkedIn connection, just click on it, send it in the comment section, or just LinkedIn, send me their details. If you think this is going to be great for somebody else, help them and help us too as well. Okay, let's now talk about the career assessment. This is a different. First, we have the 10-day challenge. Now we have the career assessment. This is a lot quicker. It doesn't take 10 days. Okay. So what does it include? Well, I'm going to share the screen on the membership portal. Okay. So before I do that, I'm going to do that. Let's have a look here. Is it that one? Yes, that one. Okay, but you don't need to see me, so I'm going to go away. Goodbye. See you just now. All right. So this is the career assessment, the home page, the landing page. I'm going to share you the link just now. So this is to do the career assessment. You just click here and you book a career assessment with me. I can still appear here. Why do I not appear on my screen? Okay, that one. There I am. Okay. Okay, so there's a whole lot on this page. It tells you a lot about it, so I don't have to go into great detail today. I prefer to ask any questions, and I value your time and things like that. But there it tells you in great detail everything about the career assessment, what it covers every single day. Remember, this is free. We don't want any money from you, okay? Personal goals, lifestyles. We've got these success stories again. And look at that. I'm very proud of my valued assistant, Petro. Thank you, Petro. I know you're on the call. She produced this lovely map. So this is exactly what is entailed. And it's in a format that you recognize. It's BPMN, right? Not version 2.0, I don't think. It's probably version 1. But basically, this is what you're going to follow. So the career assessment starts by submitting your CV. And then you're going to go and find out more about me. Who is this guy? Who is this Mark guy? Who is Mark Brains? Go to my LinkedIn profile and then go and find out everything about me. A good place to look is in the recommendations. I've got 37 long recommendations. Okay, the first one's a bit short. Somebody decided to give me a short one, but they're all really, really long. And you can see how life-changing my mentoring is. I've been mentoring since April 2019, a while already, almost 7 years. Yeah. After being a certified senior business analyst contractor with multiple contracts. Yeah. Then send a LinkedIn connection request if we're not yet connected, and then go and research my company. So this you can do on the BA Masterminds company page on LinkedIn, but also on our website. Now we're almost finished pivoting into a new platform. So we're going on to ClickFunnels. We left Kajabi, and now it's the pages. We're working on the pages. So we've got BAMasterminds.com, not fully functional, operational yet, but we do have the challenge there. So the challenge is on BAMasterminds.com, and the other one is BAMasterminds.co.uk. So com is really for the Americans and the Canadians and Australians and New Zealanders, and the /UK is for the people in the UK and probably in Europe as well. So between the UK and between the .com, we've got 2 web pages. You can go and find out about the company, what we do, about our products and services and things like that. And then you can book a 30-minute career assessment on Zoom where we can have a chat. That is absolutely free. Okay, then we're going to go down. I'm not going to read all of these, but you can see it is clearly mapped out. This is what you're going to get for your money. Sorry, it's free. So this is what you're going to get for free. Don't undervalue it just because it's free. All right, 19 people on the call. Hoo-ha, look at us go. All right, this is not an informal chat. Please notice it's a structured career assessment designed to move you forward with urgency. Okay, so these are the steps. 1, 2, 3, there's all the steps. Click there to do that. Click there to do that. Click there to do that. Very easy, straightforward. What will you receive after? This is your takeaways. Then you can book over here. Who is it for, right? We're doing this again. It's for these kind of people, blah, 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 blah. So you can see it's very well laid out. I've spent a lot of time, myself and my back office staff, working on this, figuring it out, getting it down pat, perfecting it and things like that. So, and it's all for you. You're going to go and do it for free. All right. So let's have a look here. What is the next slide? Okay. Who is it best suited for? So this is for business analysts, right? So I mentor business analysts. So this is for business analysts. This is for English-speaking business analysts. Unfortunately, we don't support all regions in the world yet. When I launched the company in 2019 and up until 2021, we only supported United Kingdom. Okay, our offices are based in Berkshire, just west of London. We've got a limited company registered at Companies House. We've got a UK bank account and things like that. And then eventually in 2021, I got some clients in Canada and North America. So we spread out to North America. We've also then spread out in 2023 to South Africa. So we cover that region. In 2025, last year, we reached out to Australia and New Zealand. We got some strategic alliance partners. So basically what we do, we personalize the mentoring programs or our products or services for your region. So if you're in the UK, you do the UK course. If you're in Canada, you do the Canadian course. Why? Well, we talk in different pounds. It's different spelling grammar checkers on your deliverables, like Microsoft Word. They use US and you use UK. So there's a whole bunch of differences. There's the dollar, the Canadian dollar, the British pound, the Australian dollar, different currencies for checking out and things like that. So the courses are on the different platforms. We're almost finished developing it, but the ones that we're advertising now, they're live, they're up and running, they've been tested, trial tested. People have been through them, so it's not in beta or anything like that. So it's for business analysts in our regions: UK, USA, Canada, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. Those are the regions we cover. If you're living and working in those regions, then that's what it's for. Somebody asked me about a struggle. So this was 𝗬𝗲𝗲𝗲𝗶. So 𝗬𝗲𝗲𝗲𝗲𝗲, I don't mentor people who are entry level. We have requirements for you to be mentored by me, but we do have 3 strategic alliance partners that have been going for a long time that we pass you on as a valued client to our strategic alliance partners so that they can mentor you to become a business analyst, to get your certification, to do your internship, to do your volunteering, to secure a junior BA role, to start getting money, and then that passes back over to me, and then I continue. So ideally in those regions, English speaking, 1 year paid experience as a business analyst, and preferably a degree or a diploma. Okay, that's who it's for. That's what the entrance requirements are. And that's who it's best suited for. And people that are serious about their career, people that want to figure out their career, they want to work hard in their career, they're planning, they're not just winging it. Okay. So how to book a free private session. So the links are, I think I'll share the link, assessment. No, we'll get to the booking just now. So you can just comment, you can just type, you can just say, I want a booking, send me the link, go to our homepage. All the links are there right at the top, right? Book a session, go and book a session with me. But now let's have a look at the actual career assessment webpage. So this is what I want to get into now, so we can go and have a look at the career assessment. Okay. So it's those step-by-steps. It's basically those steps in that flowchart, that BPMN. It's all those steps. We've listed all the different steps. That's how you get in, and that's how you get started. Okay, so let's have a look here where we're going with the next slide. And assessment. Okay, assessment. Good stuff. All right. Before we get to the questions and answers, I just want to spend a little bit of time on something else as well. If you are considering, appointing me as your mentor and finding out more and things like that, we also have, we have a couple of products. There are copper, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, impact, and some of those products. Platinum hasn't been launched yet, still in development, but gold, we're on version 7. So gold is a mentoring program. I don't want to get into too much. You can start typing your questions, by the way, as I'm waiting for the 30 minutes to pass, and as I'm going to do something else, you can start by typing in your questions. I will go through all the questions one by one. But to find out a little bit more about me, who I am, a little bit more about my company, what I do, a little bit more about my success rate, my clients, what they think about, we've got in the gold mentoring program, we've got a gold sneak peek. In the bronze mentoring program, we've got a bronze sneak peek. So gold is our flagship program. I spend most of my time helping our masterminds on the gold membership program. And what we have is we have a sneak peek. So it's the gold sneak peek. And in the sneak peek, you can do quite a few different things. Okay, so I'm going to hide myself for this one. Let's go and have a look at the sneak peek. So basically, you can go to benefits to gain. This is once you've registered and once you've logged in. The benefits to gain, you can see on a quick video. You can play the video. The video is 41 minutes. Okay, so for 41 minutes, I'll take you through exactly, picture in picture. It's only for business analysts. It's written by me, a senior certified business analyst, for you, a business analyst. Okay, so I just grabbed any spot anywhere in there, but that's basically that is where you can find out everything about the Gold Mentoring Program. And then if you go to the testimonial collection, you can see we've got testimonials from some of our past Gold Masterminds. We made a collection. So 90 seconds of Andre, 90 of Moyo, Tande, Funke, etc. Frank, Philip. There's lots and lots of our students over here who have completed the course, who have given who have given their before and after, and how life-changing the mentoring program has been. And then you can actually start the mentoring program without investing, without appointing me as your mentor, and you can start with stage 1 of the mentoring program. Okay, so that's a little bit if you want to find out even more about me. How are we doing for time? I've got 5 minutes left. I'd rather end a little bit early than end a little bit late. So what are your action steps now? What do you need to do to be able to do your assessment? Well, we've got the link in there, and you can now start the assessment. Petra, register. Thank you. I think Petra pasted that. She's logged in as me. That's okay. So there is the link. Copy and paste the link out and do the sneak peek. Petra, if you can also paste in the links for the 10-day challenge to register, and also for the career assessment web page. I think I can just paste that here. This is probably going to be the most important one. So let's see. I can't comment. I can't do any comments. So Petra, if you can just paste those links, that's fantastic. Right. Let's go and have a look now at the Q&A. Does anybody have any questions? Do you want to discuss anything? Where are we now? If nobody's got any questions, I'm going to end the call. But here we go. If you didn't watch this live and you're watching the recording, you can still in the comments ask questions, and we revisit them. We get notifications and we go and answer all these questions. No question is a dumb question. You know, there's other people that might have the same question in mind. So if you're keen on setting up a call with me, having a call with me, or doing the assessment of the 10-day challenge, you know where to register, you know where everything is. I think Petra has gone away. So straight after, no, can I do it now? Let's see if I can do it now. Where is my, I'm going to get my, I need to go, basically I need to go here. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen because I need to go into this and then do a comment. I can see the comments now. I can comment now. So bang, did it appear? Let's see if it appears. Comment. Yes. Okay. So there's the link. I think Petra's dropped off. So there's the link for the BA challenge. There's the link for the sneak peek. These comments will stay here. They won't disappear. You don't need to quickly copy them down. And let's see if we can get the assessment as well. So the assessment was where? Just give me one moment. The assessment was there. Assessment. BA challenge, sneak peek, and .uk/assessment. All right, I've got the link. I'm going to copy it in, Control-C. What a workaround. All right, there we go. And comment. Let's see if it appears. Wonderful. You've got all the links. While I've been waiting, while I've been faffing around, no questions. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. It's been fantastic. Next session, later on in January this month, I'm going to bring in one of our valued gold masterminds who is currently on the course, and they're going to explain to you why they joined, how they found me, the benefits so far, what do they think of the course, what do they think of my mentoring, and then you can ask them any questions. So kind of like a behind the scenes look at that. All right. So we do have a question. It comes from Katarina. Do you have proven strategies or success cases for landing visa-sponsored roles? No, that's a straightforward answer. So it's very tough. It's very tough and every situation is different. So put it this way, Katarina, we have got a curriculum for bronze, silver, gold, impact, and all these different types of courses, okay? So we stick to the curriculum. Part of the curriculum is not to help people who are looking for visa issues, working visa because they got foreign passports. They're in the UK or one of our regions, USA, Canada, but they're on a tourist visa or their student visa, or their visa is going to expire. They want a sponsored visa. Unfortunately not. You know, I'm not into legal things, and it's a big legal issue to apply and all that. I don't want to give advice and it doesn't work and you ask for your money back. I don't want to have any complications. It's very tough around, you know, securing a visa. So I only mentor people who don't have visa issues. Okay, I hope that answers your question. But another thing that you can consider, Katarina, is that you can work where you are now and work fully remote in the UK, USA, or Canada and earn their currency. So what we do have experience on is company formation, because we work with outside IR35. I'm just going to talk because there's still 15 people and I've still got a bit of time. You can all drop off if you want to. Thank you for your time. But basically, if you want to pivot into contracting, then you get inside IR35 contracts, outside IR35 in a limited company, outside IR35 in an umbrella company. The best is outside IR35 in your own limited company. So you need to go to Companies House, register a company, and then get an online bank account, and then in the company name, and then you need accounting, bookkeeping, invoicing, all these kind of things. You need all of that. So we help you with that through our strategic alliance partners. 99p, less than £1 to set up your company, have an accountant that's trusted in the United Kingdom, our strategic alliance partner, and a month free bookkeeping, accounting advice. 99p they charge you. You can't go wrong. We registered our company, Business Analyst Masterminds Limited, with them last year or the year before, can't remember. Okay, so basically, you know, we tried and trusted, and once you've got a limited company registered in the UK and you've got a UK bank account, then you can sign a contract, an employment contract for a business analyst contract position for 6 months on behalf of the company, and the company's in the UK. So you don't need any visas or passports or to travel there. You can travel there on a tourist visa if you want to. You're not supposed to, but as long as you're in the country and you go and see your office for a couple of days and just say you were visiting them. All right, but we've got methods to work around because we like challenges. We like to work around these. Right, I see people are dropping off like flies. We've got 12 people left. No more questions. Thank you for joining. Please join again next in about 2 weeks' time when we've got our valued gold client on here, and they will tell you through their mentoring experience with me. Have a good day. Bye for now.